Yo, what's good, my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy, DEADMANVINCE, back with another Black Clover mobile video. Hope everybody is doing well today. Before we get into the video, I just want to say, I know last video I was talking about some bullshit, we almost to 50 subscribers, you know, we're really close to that, so let's try to, nah, fuck that. I'm all about taking baby steps and doing things in moderation, but we're shooting straight to the 100, bro. I just need everybody who's watching these videos to show some love, show some support, leave that subscribe down below, man. It takes like 1 second. You get that notification bell too, so you can stay tuned for all the big brainery, because today's video I'm about to break everything down to y'all, and I mean nobody can refute the facts. So yeah, if you guys have been enjoying the content, go down below, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell. It helps me out a ton, and you can hit the like as well, because I know y'all been liking the videos, y'all been watching them. So what I want to hop into today is, I believe that Black Clover Mobile has been somewhat mirroring Black Clover, at the very least when it comes to how they've been disclosing information to us, how they've been giving us content, because everybody has been complaining, not everybody, but a lot of people have been complaining about how there's been a lack of information. They feel that it's been a drought of information. I remember there was a little period, even though, you know, I was making videos on it too, there's a little period where there was just a very long silence, and we were waiting on something, and we finally got something that was huge to us, even though it was something little. So I kind of just want to talk about some things from the anime that I kind of feel like have parallelisms to the way they've been releasing information to us for Black Clover Mobile. So first, I'm gonna give you guys a rundown, kinda, of like the first like 20 episodes of Black Clover. Very rough rundown, very quick rundown, and this is all gonna add up to something later on in the video. I promise, I guarantee it. Right? So episodes 1 and 2 of Black Clover, we meet Asta and Yuno. We see their rivalry. In the second episode, they show us their backstory. Just show us where the rivalry started and everything. And also we meet Sister Lily. That I just needed to emphasize Sister Lily. Like I said, it'll come around full circle. But we meet Sister Lily in the beginning of the series, who we figure out is kind of like the muse for Asta. There are multiple reasons why Asta wants to become the Wizard King, you know, equality, respect, all kinds of things. But Sister Lily is definitely a major reason. Like, he literally says to her, like, I'm gonna become the Wizard King, and then you can't say no, or whatever, blah blah, right? So then we get to episodes 3 through 5. 3 through 5, Asta and Yuno finally leave Hodge Village, because that's where Asta and Yuno are from. Forgot to mention that. They're from Hodge Village. They leave Hodge Village and go on a little journey to what is it? The Clover. They're in the Clover Kingdom, to the Royal Magic Capital, I guess you could say. And they go there so that they can take the Magic Knight exams. Yuno passes with flying colors, because Yuno is like blessed by mana. Literally, that's Yuno's whole thing, whole meme. And I'm kind of going intricate into details as well, because I know a lot of people who are interested in the game possibly haven't seen the anime just yet, or maybe they're still catching up on the anime. But you know how it gets when you're getting very in-game in shows and you forget about the first part of the show, and sometimes you need that little refresher course. But yeah, Asta and Yuno go take the Magic Knight exam. Yuno passes with flying colors. Asta is completely rejected because Asta has no magic. And literally all the magic captains, so the way that the selection process works is all the magic captains sit up kind of like a council, and based on your performance throughout the entire day, throughout the entire exam, whoever wants you puts their hands up, and if multiple people put their hands up, you pick which guild you want to go to, which guild. And if only one person puts their hand up, that's the guild you're going to, etc, etc. So nobody puts their hands up. Asta pretty much mouths off and says, yo, I don't care who picks me right now. I don't care if nobody picks me right now. That's cool, because I'm going to come back every year until I can become the Wizard King. Then we get the Chad, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Everybody simps for this man. Yami Sukihiro looks at Asta, believes that Asta is capping, and administers a shit test. Basically, Asta passes the shit test, and Yami likes Asta even more because he passed the shit test. Yami accepts him into the Black Bulls. Then we move on to episodes 6 through 13. In 6 through 13, that's more so the introduction of the Black Bulls, right? So Asta meets the Black Bulls. Most of them don't really pay him any mind. Most of them are all just kind of like doing their own thing. And we get Magna, who gives Asta some attention, and he's just like, you want to be a part of the Black Bulls? Facts. Pass my test. So first off, just a random little thing that I thought about. This man Asta had to pass a lot of shit tests just to be accepted by everybody in the guild, and like he passed with flying colors each time. Asta's hard, bro. Adversity reminds us we're alive, and that man Asta's living his fullest life. But anyway, Magna gives Asta a trial, literally throws a fireball at this man. Asta knocks the fireball back, sets this man Magna on fire. Magna's like, all right, bro, you're fire. After that point, those two bond kind of on like a brotherly type of level, because Magna's instantly like, yo, I'm from the boonies too, by the way. Like, I heard you're from Hodge. I'm from the boonies, man. I fuck with you. Like, you're strong and all this too. Like, you're a man's man. You're a Chad, basically. So after that, Asta meets Noelle. The episode's literally called The Other Recruit. You meet Noelle, and Noelle's super conceited, super standoffish with everybody in the guild because she's a royal and she feels like that she's been done dirty, which she has been done dirty, low-key in the background, but we don't know this in the story yet. No, we did know this because that man Nozel pulled up and looked at her and was like, yo, I put you in, pretty much I'm putting you where you belong. So we already knew she got played in the background by her brother. Anyway, Noelle, super conceited, super cocky, all this shit. Everybody's just trying to like, yo, we're a guild, or not even everybody, because like I said, everybody in the Black Bulls wasn't even to that point yet where they were still really getting screen time, getting character development. So Asta's trying to make peace with Noelle, basically, like, yo, we're all in the same guild, we're all partners, we should work together. They have to go with Magna on some mission to some like village. But before that, I believe Noelle loses control of her magical powers while training herself in the woods one day, because we figure out Noelle is a smooth brain and cannot control her magic whatsoever, even though she has a ridiculous amount of magic power at her fingertips. Asta saves her when her power goes out of control. Noelle has respect for Asta. More relationships begin to form, blah, 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 etc. Then Noelle, Asta, and Magna are assigned a mission from Yami to go to this little village and handle a problem with these wild boar. And then beyond the wild boar, there was actually a dude who was like, no, they got a wild boar mission. Then they got a separate mission to find and retrieve a magical stone from a village. Or did Nero find the stone when they were in the village? All right, I'm talking about people who don't know about the origins of Black Clover, but now it's kind of sounded like I need to go back and rewatch the first few episodes. But that is essentially episodes 6 through 13, the bulk of what happens, right? Then we get to episodes 14 through 19. Arguably, I say episode 14 is kind of like the jump off point for the series, because I can admit, the first part of I tried to watch Black Clover 3 times when I started it, and the first 2 times it didn't work out. The third time it did work out, and I feel like the third time is because I had a day off from work, and I just kept watching it, and I got to episode like 14, which is Dungeon, when Luck, Asta, and Noelle go on a mission next, and they go to this dungeon where there's like special artifacts, blah blah blah, etc. We're not getting into the details. That's all the first like few episodes that we need to talk about. So, if you notice from my little breakdown here of these episodes, oh, one more thing. In between the first mission and the second mission, Asta and Noelle spent a day in the royal capital with Vanessa, but Vanessa wasn't really like prevalent in the episode. Honestly, it was more so Asta and Yuno. They were still kind of doing Magic Night stuff even on their day off. Now, the reason why I bring up all of these details is because Black Clover Mobile has basically shown us like all of those characters already, all of those things that were integral to the first like 1 through 19 episodes. So I feel like what is it? They show that man Vengeance off as one of the SSR characters, but we haven't seen any animations for Vengeance. That's very similar to Black Clover, because when you first see Vengeance, they just say that he's like the next in running for becoming the Wizard King, and they don't really go into any more detail about him. Well, that's similar because we just saw the SSR Vengeance, and we thought that was going to be one of the first SSRs that we get to see animations for in the game. We were like, oh, okay, I wonder what it's going to be. I wonder how he's going to look. And then it turns out they hit us with a curveball. Yami's the first SSR animation that we see. Now, all of the characters that we have seen previews for are all characters who were important to these first 20 episodes, first 19 episodes. Asta and Yuno are obviously important because those two are the rivals, those two are the main characters. Noelle, obviously, that's Asta's love interest from the beginning of the show. Not from the beginning, but you know what I mean. Asta's like love interest, plus like Asta's, that's another relationship that Asta was like forming, and she goes on the first 2 missions with Asta. So you know, they're like that's like the little group amongst the guild, if you really think about it. Starting out, Noel's always with Asta. Magna was the one who kind of like gave Asta his trial and accepted him into the Black Bulls. Luck even got a little bit of character development while we were watching him in the dungeon episodes, because we get to see a little bit of his backstory, see a situation with his mom, and how he's always been like this super crazy strong, like had super crazy strong magical power, even though he's like a peasant. Even Sister Lily, they showed Sister Lily in the first few episodes, and you know that's Asta's like muse, his inspiration for being a magic knight, amongst other things. And they show us a little Sister Lily animation, literally amongst all the stuff that they showed us. What else did they show us? Hodge Village, that's where Asta and Yuno are from. That's the beginning of the series. We saw the Royal Capital. We see the Royal Capital we saw the Royal Capital whenever we were looking at the animations for the characters when the previews first came out, because Asta's running through the Royal Capital trying to interact with all the little people in the Royal Capital. And like I said, they take a day off, they go to the Royal Capital. What else? There's one more thing. Now, as for the order of events that they released all of this information, I know that the information was not released in the exact same way that it was released in the anime. But even still, it is all essentially the same information that we were given at the beginning of the anime before we really deep dived into it. Because all the episodes that I explained, right after the dungeon arc, that they kind of just slide right on to the elves arc, right? That's like the overarching arc. There's like a sub stories under that, but like it kind of just goes to the elf arc, and that's the main focus of it. Now, if you look at the trailers and stuff, the way that they aligned everything, right? They show us Asta's information, or they show us the trailer first, obviously, to just build questions, build curiosity in our minds. Then we see Asta's animations first. Of course, we see Asta first. He's the main character. That's who we want to see. That's how it works in the anime as well. We see the main character first, typically. Then we get Yuno next. You know, that's the rival. We got to get that next. Then we get Noel. Then we get Magna. Then we get Luck. Then we get Yami. Why were they released in that order? Because all of the other characters that we just listed off were confirmed rare characters. We saw that from the actual trailers and how they had all the characters like with their rarities already. So they've already revealed that to us. We saw all the characters that are rares, and then lastly we got Yami. I believe that we're going to get something big next, because they've shown us literally all the characters, all the information that we've gotten in the first little bit of Black Clover. But not only that, how do you continue to build the hype beyond Yami? I believe releasing a closed beta version of the game, because it's like, you look at, bro, read the manga and you can tell that nobody cares about Von just like they care about Yami. It's like it's cool we know Von just is an SSR character, but who's as excited for Von Just's animations as opposed to Yami's animations? Just let that settle in, let that sink in, right? So I honestly feel like after we get Yami's ultimate move animation, I feel like something huge is coming, man. Maybe it's the closed beta test. I wasn't, you know, when I first made a video about it a few days ago, I was kind of like, you know, here's an idea, here's something that I think could go on. But now, I don't know. Now that I've just like kind of backtracked and looked at all the information we were given from the trailers, and then look at all the information that from the first few episodes, I really feel like this was all the little build-up before, you know, the big shit goes on. And I know nobody else is really wondering about the other characters, but Sekka, Vengeance, Heath Grice, Klaus, Finral, Gordon, and the rest of the Black Bulls. Basically, all of those people show up in the first few episodes, but none of them had as big as emphasis or like impact as the other characters that they've already shown us trailers for. So these trailers have given us what we need, and I feel like they've given us more than what we have said they've given us. People are complaining about us getting a lack of information, but I feel like not only is the information what we should be looking at, but also the execution of them giving us that information. I feel like something huge is on the way. That's just me spitting cracker-pot theories, man. And if you guys have enjoyed these theories, then please tap in, hit the like button, man. Get me up on somebody's For You page. This isn't TikTok, but get me on somebody's For You page or recommended page or timeline or feed, whatever you call it, across all forms of socials, right? And you can go ahead and go down below, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because I feel like I really just cooked up on this video. And if anybody's a true Black Clover fan and you watching this video right now, bro, then you gotta admit, I cooked up on this. I kind of just put the pieces together, bro. I feel like something big is coming next. And if you saw the show and you're a true fan like you say you are, you probably saw the show, you know that something big is coming next, man. But yeah, subscribe, like, notification bell, comments. Let me know what you think is coming next. That's gonna be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE signing out.